Here with head coach Sean Kiracofe after the match with UIW. Coach, started off well, and it was kind of I mentioned this in the preview article that we were kind of entering this match in the same sort of situation we were last time we were originally supposed to play UIW, coming off a good final set against the opponent, against the UIW that we can hopefully carry that over. Winning that first set, coming out the way we did, it seemed like that might have been the case early on, but just couldn't maintain throughout the rest of the match.
Yes, a lot of mixed emotions because, we switched into a 5-1, which allowed us to kind of switch some things that we were doing offensively. And, I think I said this earlier about, being able to run the offense out of the back row just provides a different element. That's something that we've been able to do the last 5 seasons that we haven't been able to fit into our offense this year. So we've got a first taste of that against HBU and today against UIW, which is good. So there was a lot of good things. Addie had a great night defensively in the back row, 17 digs, if I remember correctly. But mixed emotions because it was a winnable match. We came out and did a lot of good things, and then our mentality changed, and honestly, we cashed in our chips in the third set, and that is not something that I'm going to allow my program to do. And honestly, just the way we've developed as a program since I've been here, if I were an alumni, from the team here, looking back at that match and how they finished the last 2 sets, I would be very disappointed, and I would say that, that's not how I want my program to be. So I can point out some individual very good things, and we can talk about the word progress again, because there was, but the way we finished out the match was completely unacceptable.
From my position there on the sideline, you can overhear things during timeouts, even over the music. I heard the word frustration in one of those timeouts, maybe even between one of the sets, I'm not sure, but was that kind of the biggest thing, was that we got frustrated, things, attacks weren't going our way, or they were getting kills, or whatever the case, of just frustrated?
Yeah, and I mean, clearly we're struggling in conference play, but we started out really good. And then for things to not go your way, I'll just boil it down to that. They just weren't going our way in different facets of the game. Some of that was, UIW cleaning some things up, and some of it was just, bad errors on our part. You don't get to just say, I'm frustrated, I'm going to check out for a second. And we did that. We did that as individuals and as a group. And again, in a winnable match against a team that would let us back in it if we just controlled what we were doing, you don't get to do that. And it was evident on their faces, whether it was conscious or not. And again, that was what I was talking about there in the third and into the fourth. And we had a chance to come back and win the fourth. But there just needs to be some consistency and some stubbornness, honestly, to just say, I don't care what's happening, and I don't care if it's not going my way. I'm still going to win the next point.
Yeah. One of the things, and we can talk about progress, so we'll talk about a few progressive things. Really good match today from Jaylee Beth. I haven't seen a lot of her throughout the season, but a couple of really, the overkills that she had, a couple of solo blocks, just a really, really good match for her.
She did. She went out there and she took advantage of an opportunity, did well defensively and offensively. And provided, from a personality standpoint, a good spark. I keep, beating a dead horse here, but she allowed that to kind of go away because people weren't, following in suit in the third and the fourth. To which, again, you've got to be stubborn and say, I'm not going to change what I'm doing, and just keep dragging people along. So yes, she had a great showing coming out in her first start. So that was excited to see.
All right, Coach, thanks so much.
All right, thank you.